Traders, happy Monday. It is September 22nd, 2025. I hope you did well. I did well in the market today. You know, I don't know where this is going to go, but I watch videos, I watch YouTube, I watch people that claim to be the world's best traders. I watch people that enter competitions, and then someone else claims that they're the world's best trader. They even claim that they can read the market like a book. I can read the market like glue. So when I hear that, it prompts me to watch whether they can actually read the market like a book. It's all about clicks and ticks and points. Unfortunately, when you claim to have the world's best strategies on your podcasts, and you have people that just draw a trend line, who claim to make hundreds of thousands of dollars and go into $50,000 drawdown, and they shouldn't even be in that trade to begin with, would you call that a world's best strategy? Here at breathingwiththemarkets.com, I can back my shit up each and every day. I have nothing to prove. A skill will not leave you. My skill is with me forever. I am teaching a skill. A skill is earned and learned behavior. Let's get into what I did today. And to me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not about a money figure, okay? Because I can do this every day. It doesn't matter to me. Here we are in Quant Hour, traders. I did not trade the open this morning. I left. I can trade it anytime, any pair, any place. It doesn't matter. I can come back to the chart and hit it immediately and understand where I'm at in the market. That is a skill I've earned and I've learned. It is learned behavior. I cannot unsee the market. I'm not going to sit here and tell people to wait an hour. I'm not going to get on a podcast and pretend I know how to trade and don't actually know how to trade and give my opinions, because my opinion doesn't matter and your opinion doesn't matter. But today, for example, and it's really not difficult at all. First account, 635. Second account, 665. Third account, 870. And the last two count, some change. It doesn't matter, okay? The last three accounts are over $9,000 and they're rolling into funded accounts. I don't need it. I am showing a skill and a skill only. I had a long meeting with the mentees over the weekend. I don't like those who gamble. And that doesn't mean personally. It means they're not going to make it if they gamble. Today's profit was $2,170 in a matter of minutes. Okay? So I got home around 6:45-ish, opened the chart, turned everything on, started hitting the market at 6:51, and was out of the market at basically about 10 minutes later. So 10 or 11 minutes later, I'm up $2,170-ish. Let's just say it's 15 minutes overall. I'm not going to go through the accounts because I'm just not going to do that. The only people I need to communicate with is traders at breathingwiththemarkets.com. They know where I stand. They know what I can do. They know where their skill level is headed. Bare minimum trading, $2,170 for the day. Let's go ahead and look at this video. I can't look at a chart without trading, so I'm going to get off this chart. Let's go ahead and look at this video I was looking at over the weekend. Everyone has their own place on YouTube, so no discredit to anyone. You know, when you see videos like this, you want to watch them. This video was titled like basically trading live with the #1 scalper in the world, extreme accuracy. As we can see, let's see if I'm recording this. That would suck if I wasn't.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, any up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah, I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over. Enough of that mediocre. I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer. Ayy, lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine. Don't you get it confused? I'ma win again. Yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up. Big energy, got the got that dog in me. Any of them. I take on anyone. I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I couldn't rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me. So what's up?
Okay, here we are.
Yeah,
I am
so what's
recording.
up?
But trust me, it happens all the time. Trading live with the #1 scalper in the world. Extreme accuracy. I like to see those videos. Why do I like to watch these videos? Because I can tell and I can see where they're at in the market. I can tell by their language, by what they say, where their head is, okay? What they use and what their opinions. When they start to talk about their opinions, you should start to give pause, okay? So let's listen to this for a second. And as we go through it.
They will capitalize up. Yeah. Now I need the first minute. If this one gets broken, the setup is not valid. But if in market open and
we got a bunch of colored dots.
Yeah. Like, and this one gets not broken. This
Order flow.
So,
whatever they want to call it.
Will behave. What we are seeing at the moment, sellers one.
Yep.
Sellers one, buyers one.
Yeah.
Here.
Sellers one and buyers one. How do you prove that?
A level that start to get interesting. Let's zoom in. It's not visible.
Why isn't he in the trade long or short? Does he know where he's at in the market?
Because
I don't know.
You can't.
You ask those questions.
What's happening here?
I could trade the market like that.
First execution can be taken after.
Does he know where he's at in the
We are
market?
still before. So one trigger can be the break of this eye, for example.
Does it look like it's going down, traders?
Side, if this eye get broken, a really aggressive
decide.
position can be entering at the break of this with the stop loss here, targeting the high. And I think it's even more than as a risk.
If he's going to get on here, how come he's not trading?
to 4, it's 1 to 5 probably. So market is opening, they didn't break the high. So no position gets executed at the moment. Now we are in the second buy area.
Yeah.
So we need to
What did I tell you about horizontal lines?
at the moment. Now these traders are
They're useless.
profit.
Yes.
All these buyers that position themselves before the opening needs to close position. This will bring price.
Lower.
All this movement is made by them. Now that we are in market opening, we can start to take position or do analysis that we can actually.
The mentees watching this,
So let's see.
remember what I taught you.
That we have is that sellers
Understand where you're at in the
at the
market.
moment, and they are getting
And ask yourself, does this trader actually understand where he's at in the market?
still in the noise. Remember our rules. Till we don't get here, the premium setup is not executed.
Yep.
Another horizontal
Here
box.
can be something interesting for us. The first information that we can have is sellers really aggressive here that don't have a follow-up.
I'm not picking on this trader, but what I am saying, when somebody says that somebody's can read a market like a book, well, there's a lot of pages already.
You take
There's a shitload of information and a whole lot of pages going on.
here.
What chapter is he on?
You have a level beneath this, right? And towards the low.
Well, yeah, of course.
I think
We have a level somewhere down there. They can't
destroy.
they can't really say where the level's at because
I can engage
do you know where you're at in the market?
here. Is if this one proved me that it's a fake out. How can they prove me that it's a fake out? They need to recover all this.
Yeah.
This one needs to be a full week and they need to break up again from this high. If they don't do this, see, seller
Remember this conversation right here.
not engaging here. You know, in perception, you can buy this long because you don't see this. So you think,
Yeah.
hey, it's retracing. I can buy discount. No, you're
You're hoping like
He just said price action traders basically can't see this. Oh, what are you looking at? Open your eyes. What are you looking at? What the hell are you looking at? What can't we see? The red and green dots? Those red and green dots don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. If you can see my cursor over here to the left, where he has a dot on this wick low over here, and it's only a low because it's just a low, but it doesn't mean anything. Low and go, right? So what's the red dot supposed to mean? And then price moved all the way back up. Where were the buyers in here? Again, where's the buyers at? Where were the buyers that pushed this spike up to the dot next to it? You know, are you being fooled, traders? I mean, listen to opinions. If you see price going down and somebody's just sitting there and they're scared shitless to take a fucking trade, they don't know where they're at in the market. Or if they get in and it's wrong and they get in on a pullback, they still don't know where they're at in the market. You have to know where you're at in the market, traders. Okay? I know every mentee is looking at this right now, understanding where they're at in the market. I know that all the mentees would know where they would have taken a trade, in which direction, on this entire movement here. I am guaranteed that they know that. It is factual. It is objective. It is repeatable. This is why I tell them all the time, you want to have some fun, watch someone. Don't ingest what they say. Watch someone. You'll see where you're at. You'll see what your level is at. Okay? Because people that claim to be the world's #1 scalper in the world and cannot follow the market like glue, it's for you to decide.
But break and retest the level.
This is
Break and retest. Oh, so have we heard break and retest before? Does it work, traders? A break and retest. How often? When? Where? Why? Who, what, where, when, why, and how? I'm not picking on this trader. I'm not picking on these two people are gentlemen. I am focused directly on that chart. Okay? Because each individual has the right and has a voice, right? So this video, again, and disclaimer, again, this video is, why aren't you in the trade? Why are you watching price? Why are you watching price, traders? You can watch price in your bedroom somewhere and not even trade. If you don't know how to trade, get out of the charts. You shouldn't just sit there and watch price. Because if you're watching price, then you probably don't know what the hell you're doing in the market, to be frank. Okay? We have 95, 98, 99% of the traders that can't trade. Why? Because they're sitting here watching price. I said this numerous times. Trading is more valuable in the market than outside the market. What are you waiting for? As price dumped from 21,890 all the way down to 21,794. What are you doing?
This is something that if you are a price action trader, you cannot know, not because you are not good, but because you don't see that they are willing to sell stronger at lower.
I don't need the dots. I don't need something on the market to tell me to get in and get out. They call this maybe order flow, right? Well, if this is order flow, who said that order flow is even correct? And why would you have red and green dots on there? You can continue to say things and you can continue to use things and convince yourself. Okay? So he cannot have it both ways. If he says, this is the reason why the market's pushing down is because do you see these red dots appearing on the chart? Well, then I have a question for you. If you see that, how come you're not in the trade? You can't have it both ways because it basically discredits what he's saying. Are you following me? Have some logic, man. I don't know what your background is, traders, but my background is an investigative background, okay? If you see something that's objective in the market and you see that's the evidence that you don't need to see anything else. It's right there in front of you. So if price is dumping and he's saying that these red dots is an indication that there's strong sellers in the market, you don't even need to you don't even need to see the red dots. You don't need to see the red dots, right? Learn how to trade the market. Learn how to trade the market.
Yeah. So the auction is getting short.
Now the auction.
Which one is
now we have an auction
we can protect? We need to go with the profile.
Here we have another line. We have a horizontal box.
During London session, not only during the range.
Now we're pulling up some other information.
This big
area. Who
area.
cares where the buyers and sellers are on this?
And this low volume node.
Follow the chart.
This is a low volume node, and this is the delta. Yeah, this is the last protection level. If this one is breaking, they are recovering this sell and they are collapsing.
And in that scenario, what would you do? Would you just then?
Here's
in this scenario,
an opinion.
Get sell. My narrative will change because they break a balance level, not on the up, on the downside.
Okay.
So my day is short.
Yeah.
If my day is short, I will still use the same model. Just I will not get long. I will get short.
Gotcha.
Like my
day is short.
To break this.
Yep.
My day is short. Sounds to me like it's a little scary, right? Like, oh shit, I'm convinced my day is short based on this information. That's what he said. Listen to how people talk. Because if you're following people like this, I'm telling you, put your money in the bank and stop trading, man. Stop trading. This is not discrediting him. I'm just saying, when you have opinions in the market and you said, my day is short today, forget about it. Okay? Forget about it. Markets don't move like that. You should not have a bias long or short in a day. Hate to break it to you, traders. You should not have a bias in the market. And if you do have a bias in the market, just put your money in some charity. Go out and find the best charity to help others rather than give it to prop firms and to just throw your money away. Actually give it to charities and those people that actually need it and can't put food on their table. Because if you're trading in a non-objective way, you're going to lose everything that you have.
My short day at the same time gets activated if we break the compression range, that is all this range. We can try something.
That sounds
here,
interesting.
there is something that is undeniable. They are on this level, they are pushing up, but I don't see a lot of follow-up short.
Yeah.
So here the buyers, you see how many volumes.
So much, yeah.
Here the buyers are protecting it, limit orders. So either
Buyers are protecting it. Buyers and sellers. Has anyone told anyone on this channel that the market's manipulated? The candles are fake. Buyers and sellers. The sellers are overtaking the buyers right now, and the buyers are coming in, and you see that wick bouncing, and the buyers are pushing up, pushing up. That is a strategy for disaster. You cannot trade that way, traders. I'm telling you right now. That's why I say, show your trades, show your stuff. Show the trades. Not your best trades, show your trades. And when you do videos like this, people like myself and like the mentees that I teach understand exactly what I am saying. I'm not in this alone, okay? I follow the market like glue, and I can trade the living shit out of the market each and every day. Just a matter if I want to trade. I decide what I want to do. The market's not going to tell me what I'm going to get or not get out of the market. I'm going to trade that market because it can't hide from me. The market cannot hide. Nothing that's going on right now can hide.
there is lies to it, but if they start to recover and they get back inside the range, this is a setup that also Patrick Neal is using with volume. And you see the good part about volume.
Wick volume. You see the good part about volume. Volume? What is the good part about volume? I don't understand. If you have candles that are manipulated, do you think the volume's manipulated? If you said no, get out of trading. Order flow. Do you think all the orders are appearing in order flow?
It's keeping you up. It's keeping you out of the market when it's not ready here. Because
So we'll see if he takes this trade.
here, if it breaks the low,
Yeah.
we get long. It continue down. Okay. Here, if it breaks the high, we can go here. Why? Because if the volume don't does this means that the sellers are controlling all this market movement.
Yeah.
You don't need to predict. You just need to see what's happening. Here is the first time for the market opening where buyers are protecting a level.
Yeah.
In an interesting situation. So this one can be the first long position if it gets confirmed by a little bit of buy aggression. At the moment, it's only sell.
Yeah.
The moment it's only sell. So now the only thing to do is wait what they can do. Now one position.
He just gave you an either or with no objective evidence as to why to take it long or short. He just gave you an either or. It doesn't price move up and down because there's another guru that claims to be a multi-million-dollar trader who can't trade. And he gambles. And he says just win more than you lose. Take a bounce. That's not going to make you profitable, traders. That is called gambling. That is called having money coming in and gambling that money coming in, and they're not teaching them anything. It's all subjective. What they're saying is this is subjective. There's no objective evidence to what he's saying. I see it on the chart. I see everything on the chart. So everything that he's saying is not clicking. Look at his finger.
That gets really interesting is the squeeze of the trapped sellers. When is the squeeze of the trapped sellers? When you recover all the aggressive sellers, they are getting fake out, so they are willing to close the position, and the market is accelerating high. You know. Let's see what is happening here. This is the first footprint of long position from the level that we saw. Still, someone can think, why you don't take a long position here?
Can you tell this is long? Can you tell this candle's going up without this green dot, traders?
Completely dominated.
Can you look at your screen on the right? Look at these numbers. Is this green over here or is this red?
Yeah, like if they attack this high, these sellers and all these are squeezed.
Yeah.
So here we can expect.
So it would be similar to what we were looking at over here and
Exactly.
over
We
here.
saw this here, we saw this here, and they did momentum. Now, the squeeze that you see in London is
Much less, less solid.
the squeeze that you can see here is 3 times this candle.
Yeah.
It's
Already.
pretty aggressive.
So what is it that you do when you are, active? Let's say it's a different setting. We're recording and everything, even though you're going through the same motions. But when you are waiting for these 10, 15, for the price to get to the right areas for you, do you still sit and watch, or do you have it up? Maybe some alert.
We've been watching this entire time with no trades.
Now, considering that I don't want to transact inside here, my first alert will be here. So just here,
Yeah. So
Because-
first low would be on.
otherwise you get the temptation.
Yeah. Like I've been tapping and now it's controlling himself. Yeah.
The temptation to get, because here it was really clear that the auction was failing.
Yeah.
A lot of aggression and no follow-up, but it's not your model. Like, you are trying to put some intuition inside a model that is already proven to make money.
Yes.
And
Would you say that when you first started learning and to really look at the market in this way, would you say that you fall guilty sometimes in the beginning of, as you said, trying to use intuition and trying to maybe over predict and over trade almost because you feel like, okay, I can see these sellers or I can see these buyers. And
You feel like
side of your model.
yes, of course, you know the Dunning-Kruger effect. When you introduce in your mind a new concept, you think you understood everything. Like, if I introduce now order flow to a perception trader, it will say, oh, it's so easy.
Yeah.
Like, there are balls I take, there are no balls I don't take. No, it's not like this. So in the beginning, when I introduced it, and my model was this, and I see aggression and not follow up, even if the model is not completed and it's not, I say, but why? It's free money. I jump in, and then I say, when you journal, you understand the error that you did. So when your mind is cold, you understand what's the real error, not before.
Yeah.
They are starting to squeeze, you see? They try to break out the eye, a lot of buyers aggression, but the sellers still are pushing down limit orders, like punch on the wall from the buyers.
traders, not to pick on any traders. You really have to watch and listen, okay? If you cannot follow what someone is doing and they're actually showing you their strategy, there's too many opinions involved. If you cannot see objective things in the market where it just fits their narrative because after the fact, they're telling you after the fact that this is what that means, but you can't go back in history on these bubbles, okay? Those bubbles, just because price goes up, what color of a bubble do you think is going to happen? Green? Will there be a red bubble in that area too? Yeah, if price goes down. So they call this order flow. Well, not all the big banks are showing their orders in the market, right? And they take orders throughout the day. What are you doing? Would you call that, someone said that the trader is reading the market like a book? Would that be an accurate statement? It's up for you to decide. I'm not here to downplay a trader. I'm here to make sure that you trade objectively in the market, because that's what it's going to take for you to be successful. I wouldn't take those trades. I trade objectively in the market. I wouldn't have sat there and watched that entire market either. I would have already been out of the market with profit. Absolutely. I would have been rewarded for good behavior, right? Trading objectively in the market, you're rewarded for good behavior. Gambling in the market, you're not rewarded, you're punished. I don't know what else to say. Here's my chart again from today. $2,170, and I'm not comparing myself to anyone. It's facts. And the other 9,000 I made on these other accounts. Using an objective system that repeats itself over and over and over again. I don't have an opinion in the market. I trade objectively in the market. That's a fact. I wish you well. Thank you, those traders and the podcast people. Thank you for giving back to the community. We can all agree to disagree. I wish you well. Peace, traders.